Welcome back to Soul Food Sunday, week number 7. Now you guys read the title, my mouth is already watering. And listen, we making smothered turkey wings. And this is the only place on YouTube that's bringing you a virtual YouTube potluck along with soul food cooking. Hey listen, another outstanding, channel. Hey, everything about them, you know what, I'm just like glad to be just in an alignment with them. They just make great videos, very, very easy to follow. Hey, listen, they smooth, they clear, and the most of all, the recipes are on point. Hey, with that being said, now listen, we making smothered turkey wings, right? So listen, this is easy. It's a bit of a process because we're gonna use the oven, we're gonna use it twice. It's gonna be something we gotta do. This is not gonna be one of them little quick, drop it all in and then we done. We're gonna go ahead, we starting to step it up. But we're gonna learn how to make this gravy. We're gonna keep practicing, and before you know it, you guys gonna be bottling it up and trying to sell it. Hey, with that being said, I'm not gonna over talk it, so let's get right into this video. Okay, going over the ingredients. I'm using Pollo chicken seasoning, black pepper, thyme, paprika, and onion powder. Right there you see green and red bell peppers. It's optional. I was clearing out my refrigerator. Celery, 3 stalks, chopped and halved. And then if you notice these onions right here, I take these onions and I leave them sort of big because they're going to render down once we start making our gravy. And that's our all-purpose flour. I say 2, so you're going to see right now it's going to be just 2 1/2 cups. And then of course I'm using my Kyoko chef knife. And these right here, I got 4 turkey wings. I'm gonna go ahead and cut them down so you guys, it makes it easier when we brown them. And that right there is Pollo Chicken by Sweet Smoky Joe's, and there's a discount code, everybody. You know what? Use AB10 for a 10% discount. Hey, it's a must-have for your poultry. Now, get yourself a freezer bag, 1 gallon. It got kosher salt. I say to taste, but we're gonna use a bunch of little pinches, and then we're gonna taste the gravy when we're done. Now here, I'm just clearing everything out of my way so I can cut the turkey wings. Now most of you guys are going to probably do this in your sink, which will probably be in a better place for me to do it because they put a lot of movement on there, and I apologize for the camera shake. But anyway, listen, you want to cut it on a joint right there. Listen, these are turkey wings. They're not chicken. Listen, when I tell you they're strong, they're strong. So listen, you just cut it, then you're going to have to work it back and forth. Then once you get it to separate at the joint, then use your knife just to, continue cutting the skin. And then after that, you can just go ahead and cut it. I'm going to go ahead and continue this in my sink right now so the camera won't shake so much. And then we're going to go from there. And by the way, I've already pre-washed these turkey wings, and patted them completely dry. And that's how you see them right there. Now, once you're done, separating and getting everything cut, go ahead and take your seasonings and just go ahead and mix them up. Man, I like this small whisk right here. You know what? Just the way you roll it, it just mixes everything thoroughly. Now that we got that, here we go. Self-explanatory. Just take yourself, your clean hand, because you're going to start off with it clean. You just want to go ahead and just sprinkle some on your meat, and then you just want to get it seasoned. And after you got them seasoned, set them to the side. Now we starting to put things together. Because listen, we going to brown. It almost look like we getting ready to make some fried chicken or some fried turkey. But I tell you what you do. Go ahead and get yourself your 1/2 cup of flour. And then you remember that seasoning that you had left over. Now you want to pour that in there. And those of you guys that have been following me know, if you want to make something, that tastes outstanding, listen, you season your meat and your flour, which I did right here. So after I got everything mixed up, now it's time to take your turkey, put it in the bag, and we're going to do that old school shake. You know what? There it is right there. Just shake it, and just set it off to the side. And then you want to bring your pan, you want to get your pan together, get it hot. That right there says 375 degrees. That was a little high. That's medium high. Should have been on medium, especially when you're dealing with butter. So I poured a little vegetable oil in there, and I put 2 tablespoons of butter. And once everything was nice and hot, I went ahead and just started adding my my turkey wings, to the skillet, because all we want to do right here is brown them. Now, as you guys are gonna see, as they continue to cook, it's gonna start looking good and good. We're not trying to cook them all, all the way through. What we're trying to do is just put a little color on them so that they look nice. And with the flour, the cast iron, the butter, all of that, just and that seasoning, it just makes for a great, outstanding, outer coating. It puts like a little crust on it. So once you're done doing that on all of the sides, it's completely brown. Do not worry about the other end, like the end right there where you can see that flour. Don't worry about it, because we're going to put it in the oven. All that's going to render down, help thicken the whole shebang. Super easy. Don't want to overthink it. Don't get worried. Everything is good. Just once you got the color on there, you're good. Now you just want to take the rest of your pieces and you want to repeat. Now, by now, when you're in that second batch, this is the part where everybody starts walking in your kitchen asking you, hey, what you making? Because listen, the aroma around, that's spreading throughout your house is just incredible. Now, there it is, all the sides are brown. Once you got them like that, you can see over there to the right, I got a Pyrex, a 13 by 9 Pyrex. Just set it over there. Look, then slide your, what you want to do is remove the heat from your oil. Don't clean it, because we're going to save it. So don't forget, we're making gravy. Now, put foil on top of your Pyrex, and then we're going to put it in the oven for 2 hours at 350 degrees, and then that's the next time we're going to see it. So set yourself a timer. I'm going to suggest you set yourself a timer for 1.5 hours. That way, when the timer goes off, it's time to start making your gravy. And here we go, folks. There it is. You want to heat that oil back up, and then go ahead and add your veggies. There it is. You got onions, celery, green and red bell peppers. So you just want to cook them down, get them going. Once it's nice and hot and steamed, you don't have to put you do not have to put a lid on there, but I have a lid for mine. You know what? It just keeps everything inside, the moisture, and it speeds up the process too. So just go ahead. Oh, here's a pro tip for you guys. When you start cooking down your veggies, you don't want to stir them as much. You know what I mean? Because when you do that, it moves them around. So you just want to keep them still. Make sure you got the bottom of the pan coated and go from there. And then right there, you just saw I was sprinkling a little salt in there. Just starting to cook it down with some salt. Now here, go ahead and get your flour. This is your second cup of your this is your second half cup of flour. And then listen, I didn't show you guys that in the beginning, but that, you know what that is. That's that chicken broth. You know how we do. We starting to learn about this gravy. And remember, making gravy, making a roux, it's all about the movement. We don't want to stop. You just want to keep it going, and then you want to adjust your heat as you go. I'm looking at it just to see. I don't see no bubbles yet. Once it starts to boil a little bit, what I do is I call that a high simmer. There it is right there. If you look. Now what I do is I just start reducing my heat just a little bit, because we don't want to burn nothing. We don't want it to be pasty. We want it to blend, good, get all of the flavors. You want that profile to be amazing, and you just want to keep it moving. So as you see, I just won't stop. I changed from the whisk because we got those veggies in there. Went back to the wooden spoon. Man, this is real easy. Seems like I'm doing a lot of talking, but you guys got it. You just keep moving like that, and boom, you see the magic of the editing? All I did was just cut out some of that time. All you gotta do is just keep it moving. Now, remember that Pyrex with everything in there? After it's done, now your 2 hours is done, just bring them out and go ahead and just pour some on the top right there. There you go, super easy. And again, I see it with the veggies. You know what, it's a different look for me. I was just clearing everything out. That is truly optional. When I make my gravy, I'll just use onions and sometimes mushrooms. Then you put it back in there for 1 hour, and then when it's done, that's what you have right there. Now, go ahead and heat up. I didn't use all of my gravy. You'll see. I just put this flat part right here on top of a bed of rice. And then I go in there. I heated up my gravy that was left over, and then I just pour it on top. And that right there, you guys. Now you're looking at smothered turkey wings, on top of a bed of rice. Only thing missing right now is some cornbread. I can promise you the taste on that gravy right there is amazing. You know what? Here's a real pro tip for you, especially when making gravy. Listen, we must taste our gravy as we cook it. That way you can adjust it. It might need some salt, or it might need whatever it needs. You can be able to taste it, and you adjust it, and you fix it before you put it on the table. And then, everybody says, oh, it could have used a little bit more salt. So listen, you taste as you go. All great chefs do that. Hey, so there you have it, smothered turkey wings. So tell me what you guys think about this one right here. You know what? It's super easy to make. It's a little bit of a process, I know. 2 hours in, out, smother, back in for 1 hour, then you're done. They serve this over some rice. Make sure you got that gravy that you made, spray it all over. And I can tell you this right now, you put this out, your family gonna just love it. Hey, listen, the more and more we make gravy, the better and better we get at it. I can promise you this, in a minute you'll be asking me, hey, AB, how can I bottle this and sell it? Hey, so with that being said, now we gotta go by and check out Soul Food Cooking. You know what, we gotta take a look and see what they're doing. I promise you, every week that I go over there and take a look, I'm just as eager as you guys to see what they bring into this YouTube virtual potluck. And when I see it, man, I'm just blown back. Hey, great quality videos and just excellent recipes. So with that being said, if you're new to my channel, let me just go ahead and take this time to tell you, hey, welcome to my channel. You know what? Thank you for watching. Listen, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it, and let everybody know there's a channel out here that's taking the mystery out of cooking and simplifying these recipes. And with that being said, you guys, you know how I do. Peace.